This is the first time we've done this.
Yes.
Right, a new episode of GTW. Bring it to the shed.
Totally original.
Yeah.
Not copied from anything or anyone. I know.
I forgot to ask who's going to be the JBL.
Not him.
Not it.
Oh, goddamn.
This is basically how this is going to work. Someone brings a topic and we're just going to bitch about it. So, who wants to bring the first topic?
That would be me.
That is Professor.
You're probably not going to bitch about this one, but Kofi Kingston's
Bravo, Kofi Kingston. Bravo, Kofi Kingston. That was pretty damn impressive.
10 years in the business, and that's what it takes, like.
It takes 10 years in the business.
Unless you're AJ Styles or Brock Lesnar or... Well, no, Kofi done good. Kofi done good.
Like, this is his 10th year in the business.
Like, he's won everything else. Like, he was...
Tag champ.
Like, every tag champ. Like, the old SmackDown and Raw ones, the stupid nickel 5-cent ones, the 5-cent tag titles, and weren't they both Raw and SmackDown tag champs as well?
I think so, yeah.
IC champ, US champ, like he's done everything else, so, you know.
Women.
But no,
but will he get the title shot? That's the. Oh wait, he'll get the title shot. He's getting it at a fast lane. But will he get the title?
Look, judging by the fan reaction at Fastlane, or at
Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber. Too many pay-per-views here.
Tell me about it.
Well, he will get at least a short title run.
Of the Cardboard Championship.
He will be.
The championship we commissioned is much better.
He may be a transitional champion, but he's going to get a title.
Well, should he not have transitioned if they wanted Bryan at Mania? Or do they want Kofi at Mania?
Look,
you know?
as we all know sitting at this table, like they all change during the road to WrestleMania. Anything can change. Kofi Kingston could get done for drugs next week. You just don't know.
We'll have to cut that out. We're going to get to allegedly. How the hell did we get past that?
He
I don't know.
Shut
it down.
He could fail the wellness policy.
Dude.
Well, that would have been the polite way to put it originally.
Yeah.
You say things can change on the road to WrestleMania at the drop of a hat, like, which is a fair enough argument, but yet here we are again with Brock Lesnar heading into a WrestleMania main event, like.
That's true. The more things change, the more they stay the same, huh? Against a member of the Shield as well. Or ex-member of the Shield, whatever way you want to put it.
And yet again, I'm not looking forward to the Raw main event this year.
I am, because it's the three women.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For the male one,
yeah,
I think you
the
meant.
male one.
Yeah. But,
would you?
We're not cutting it out.
Like,
staying in.
Look at it this way. Is there anyone talking about the Lesnar match?
No. It's
Is
pretty
there-
much Becky.
Wait, there is one person. Seth Rollins.
Poor Seth. You kind of have to feel sorry for Seth Rollins in a way, you know? He wasn't even at Elimination Chamber. I know, like, the Royal Rumble winner wasn't at the Chamber.
And if it's possible to get lost in the shuffle at WrestleMania, Seth has already got lost.
But he's the Royal Rumble.
This is where the problem is, you see. This is going to be like... Right, I know there's the big assumption of Brock Lesnar will lose the title at Mania to Seth Rollins.
But we said that last year as well.
Exactly, yeah. Is he going to lose?
Probably.
Or is it going to be another year that the Royal Rumble winner is irrelevant?
You know,
it's a shame to think that one of the big four has come under this, like, Money in the Bank is almost taking the place of the Rumble.
And I think a reason...
And is there no greatest Royal Rumble this year?
Yes, there is. I think...
Well, it's not, you can't, like we said, you can't mention where it's from. It's from beep, see? They won't allow you.
I think
thought they were
that's one
having
of
it
the
in
main
Ohio.
reasons. I think that's one of the main reasons that the Royal Rumble has kind of turned into nothing, really. because they watered it down.
But I mean, like, I don't think they even say that the winner of the Royal Rumble is going to the main event of WrestleMania anymore.
No.
I think they stopped that a few years ago.
Well, they said it this year.
They say that
for
he
the
could-
women's this year. They said it. They did say it for the women's this year. That the winner of the Royal Rumble is going to the main event of WrestleMania.
Alright.
But it was the women's Royal Rumble, not the men's one.
Oh, I honestly, I don't know. It's...
It would have been better if they gave the title to Finn at WrestleMania. Then it would have been Finn versus Rollins.
Gave the title to Finn at Royal Rumble, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Finn will be going in as champion. Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
at least they gave him the IC belt, I suppose. So
Yeah,
Well, I was just about to say that. At least now Finn is going into
Yeah,
WrestleMania defending a belt that actually has a somewhat decent history at WrestleMania.
To stop him from going to AEW.
Oh god, that. It's kind of funny that every pro, it's like back in like the
WCW day.
yeah, the Monday Night Wars, like, oh, they don't even have the TV show yet.
Yeah.
They've not even done a pay-per-view because you can't really count All In.
Yeah.
Because that was like the Bucks and Cody and Bullet Club themselves. Do you know? So you might want to take...
Your man's money hasn't been actually splashed yet. We've heard all the great things that he has millions to back him and everything.
Apparently there's a pyro budget.
Is there?
Mm.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's...
Oh, so that's how they're going to beat WWE. We
Pyro.
will give you pyro.
Yeah. Because Ty Dillinger asked for his release, allegedly. Apparently.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, but you see, like, the minute it came out, what was, like, the first few things? Oh, he's going to AEW. It's like, he's not done.
He could be going to flipping TNA.
He could go to Ring of Honor, he could go to Japan. There's such a hype about...
Especially with Japan, because Japan now is in need of stars again. Like.
Yeah,
Especially across water stars, like.
yeah.
Because Kenny Omega's gone, you've got Cody Rhodes is gone, you've got Young Bucks are gone.
No, I don't think they even have a working relationship with New Japan yet, do they?
No, I don't think so.
But, I mean, like, it's just... I'm worried about AEW that there's so much hype
That is
that it might fall flat. Like, you have Jericho Omega for Double or Nothing in Vegas.
But we talked about this on the phone. It's very easy, and TNA at times have had it, when you've had a very, very good lineup roster. But yet, when you put that on television, you have to write the story. You have to tell the story properly.
And it didn't work.
And it doesn't work out,
Yeah.
or they make too many mess ups, and then it screws the whole on. It doesn't matter who's on the payroll then.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have every.
They need a good writing team.
Look at WWE. It's a prime example. You got Balor, you got Styles, you got Bryan, Joe, McIntyre. You know, they have a fairly stacked fucking card, like. But yet the storylines are shit. You go watch an hour of NXT and you're fucking buzzing at.
Yeah. True, actually.
With a load of guys that, to be fair, other than people that have watched NXT, you haven't a clue who they are, and that's why they get receptions like they did on Monday night. Ricochet and Aleister Black and Gargano and Ciampa. Nobody knows who they are.
How much of that crowd do you think actually watched NXT before?
About 5%. If that.
So all along you're not happy with the call-ups?
It's
They're
not
not
a
call-ups.
call-up.
They're not call-ups.
Like you said, they're apparently, to quote Conrad Thompson, rumor and innuendo has it that NXT have a TV deal. Now, I don't know if that's here, if that's in America. I presume it'd be more America than anything else.
That's scary though, because a TV deal means they're going to get like, you know, oh, let's throw it up to 2 hours.
That's the thing I'm worried most about.
And NXT is like sweet as an hour.
1 hour, you get everything in. You
2.5, 3 hours of pay per view, bang.
You see, the thing is about NXT, there's no waste in it, or very rarely there's waste in it. Do you know? It's like you have to get all your stuff in that hour.
NXT on the network is what is it, 55, 56 minutes long.
Yeah, about that.
And it's 55, 56 minutes long, no adverts.
Yeah.
Now you're going to bring adverts in when you put it on television.
40 minutes.
At least 4 sets, if not 5 sets of
So
adverts.
they could.
They cut it down to 35 minutes then.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
so
problem.
but then they're going to put it on television for 2 hours to make back up to that. But still, there's going to feel like there's waste there. because it's not continuous.
Yeah.
The ad breaks in.
Yeah.
And it's like.
And that's why I'm kind of
just leave it alone.
Like, because it doesn't really. I suppose
like
there's money in the end, you know.
There's loads of people bagging out the fact that how Raw started this week about Triple H coming out, and of course he announced the X are the first inductees of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
that was his own ego.
Yeah, and then his NXT, because he runs NXT, like he was pushing that shit, and then he said that it was cool that Becky Lynch bet up fucking.
Charlotte and Ronda at the gym. That was pretty cool.
No,
that was pretty cool, though. I ain't done with you yet. Fucking Austin coming out.
It's you know, you have Becky Lynch promoting on Twitter that the McMahons are trying to stop her and everything, and then you have Triple H coming out saying it was pretty cool that she beat up the two of them.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's. Are you trying to stop her?
Maybe there could be a war between the McMahons, you know?
Maybe. Hopefully, that will be a good way to do it, guys.
Like Vince
NXT invasion, right? Starting after WrestleMania.
I love it.
Can you imagine?
Between Vince and
to
do it before AEW.
You might as well, sure.
They need a TV deal. What better way than to fucking running on a WWE show?
Between Vince and Triple H, just leave Stephanie and Shane out.
No, that'll never happen. We could be Triple H and Stephanie versus Shane and Vince, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
And bring up NXT. Yeah, that could be interesting.
You could do it a lot of ways. You could have Vince and Stephanie kind of pulling Triple H saying, "What are you doing?" and then kind of going.
It's like, why?
And then Shane is like, because Shane on SmackDown was the whole, you know, everybody deserves an opportunity.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh no, give these guys the opportunity." Fresh talent.
So you could do.
And then you could, if you were planning on running it for a decent amount of time, like, you could even have crossovers where, like, you know, Stephanie
are they sowing the seeds
swings
for
back
that?
around and backs her husband, where Shane
kind of goes
crash heads at times.
They could be sowing the seeds for that. But no one WWE definitely won't do it.
No WWE they'll mess it up.
Yeah.
You know, because like they've never done an invasion angle before with any company.
And funnily enough, we're only like, what are we, 2 years out? Has that been, 20 years?
Yeah, 01, yeah. Kind of the biggest squandered waste of money ever, but I will.
They should have bought out the contracts at the time.
Yeah, but the thing is, instead of like DDP and Canyon and them getting squashed, it'd be Goldberg and all of them getting squashed. It didn't matter anyway who it was.
Yeah, it was going to be a squash.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they just made to look like idiots. Which, you know.
And they had it ideal at the time, because you not only had WCW, which obviously is the main one,
but you had the 3 matches. Like, you had Goldberg, Austin, Taker, Sting. Like, even you had Flair. Sure, you had Flair, Steiner when he was like he was world and US champion going into the last Nitro.
Van Dam, Guerrero, these.
Do you know that you had this collection with ECW? I didn't mind the theory of what they were doing in terms of putting the two of them together.
No, I didn't mind that at all.
But Jesus Christ, it's just the McMahons. Like, it's the ego of the McMahons. Oh, they want to see the McMahons do it.
It's kind of like in relation. It's like, even though we often give out about them, TNA. And the things like the Aces and Eights and the main event Mafia we were talking about.
Yeah.
They'd done that right. Where they went wrong was they allowed it to run too long.
Too long, yeah.
WWE didn't even get that first part fucking right, like. But they got the end part right by not letting it overrun too long. So if they'd have joined together, they might have actually managed to pull something.
Sure. We'll wait till WWE buys out AEW and then do another invasion.
That won't happen, my friend. Maybe TNA is plausible, but not.
But
then again, you don't know. Your man's not a billionaire for being a stupid idiot with money, right? If he's not making money, he'll sell it. He don't give a fuck. Yeah. Who's better to buy it than Vince?
Cause it's only. I wonder, does he have any actual passion for wrestling?
I have no idea.
We don't even know. Do we even know who he is?
They said he used to watch wrestling when he was younger. He used to watch.
He owns an American football team, I think.
And he
I couldn't tell you which one now.
He used
one of them. I'll make up one. The San Diego
Dolphins.
Yeah, the San Diego Dolphins. Shit, that might be actually a football team.
He used to watch WWE when he was younger.
Yeah, but everyone watched WWE when they're younger. Only the idiots and, the lads who like to be punished keep watching it.
Yeah.
Light bulb.
But we do get Mandy Rose's Instagram account out of it, so, it all balances it out. Yeah, you keep talking. I just have to take this apart in Mandy Rose.
This is important, Mandy Rose. And I gotta move over.
Yeah, Dorothy.
Pointed that way.
Oh, God.
Are we ready for the next topic?
Have you
We
got it?
were ready for the next time. We kind of started at Kofi Kingston, ended up at Mandy Rose's Instagram.
Right. Dean Ambrose.
Boy.
Is he leaving?
Yep.
Or is he going? Or is he staying?
Well, he's definitely on drugs.
He's going. It's like, well.
He has to.
Why, do you think it's, hang on. Do you think it's, CM Punk's art thing? Okay, just checking.
Why is there a red light in your head?
That's the way they set it up originally. I thought they would have set up like that.
Apparently he's on the way out, so I don't know.
I don't think he was on Raw. I didn't see him while I was skimming Raw.
No, he was on Raw.
Was he?
He on Raw. He showed up. McIntyre was looking for a match against Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Dean just appears behind him and says, "Are you forgetting me?" And he slapped him in the face. And then they had a match, and like McIntyre squashed him in under 2 minutes. And then he went backstage, and Seth Rollins was cutting a promo against Brock Lesnar, and he kind of just appears beside Seth Rollins, and he's like, "Why weren't you out there, man?" And then he walks off, and Seth Rollins is like, "You not remember the last 4 fucking months." So that's what I'm saying. He's on drugs. Like, he's whacked off his head. They haven't run around the moment, like hitting. He's going after women with the Nia Jax thing. You know what I mean?
Well, he's fighting Nia Jax at a house show. It's been advertised.
Okay.
Apparently, I don't know. I don't know when or where.
If he uses that, he's definitely not getting a new contract, Stephen.
No, I think he's on the way.
Renee Young, special guest referee.
Yeah, that. Tis,
Renee Young. Speaking of Renee Young.
Ooh.
How do you find her on Raw?
I like her. She's good. As a commentator. Yeah. I think she's good.
I'll just say something. She needs to go more heelish.
But you kind of have Corey for that.
No, but like someone said, she's Dean Ambrose's wife. She should be.
There's one way. There's they kind of screwed the pooch on that a bit, because they kind of done. Well, you know Dean better than anyone. What do you think is going through his head? It's like either no sell it or actually, like Jack said, turn her heel. But you could have. You see, it's kind of the shades of grey thing.
I found. Now this is just my own opinion. I could be completely wrong, but I found she was lost over the 4 months of Dean Ambrose doing
kind of the turn and that. Yeah.
She when it had happened, she'd kind of go blank and nothing would be said at all.
That's like her mic would be dead, as if they turned it off. It's true.
I know.
So,
but they could have done a Shades of Grey character with Renee, because it's literally gone back to
Mr. Grey.
No, but like it's gone to like Corey Graves is like pretty much an asshole all the time,
right?
But Renee has to be like this like good guy. But why not have her be?
Bring her into his games room then.
I just thought of something. Maybe
we're not getting into that. We're not getting into that. But why not have Renee like be like the good commentator and going, yeah, that you can't do that. But like when Dean comes out, just
maybe
have her go with Dean, even though Dean was heel.
Maybe
or no sell it. Like literally no sell it. I know it's all.
Don't be bringing it up. Yeah,
don't be because Michael Cole every week brought it up, and it's kind of if that was the roles were reversing, if it was a male commentator and they say a female was wrestling, would they say the same thing?
No, they wouldn't. They'd leave it that.
Do you know what I mean? They just no-sell it.
I heard Ambrose gave out about that.
Do you know, it's like...
that they were talking about it too much in commentary.
It's one or the other.
Well, he's right, like, it's personal life. It's only a fucking business.
But it's not... I understand that, but just no-sell it. Just...
No, I'm just in relation to Dean Ambrose giving out about it. Like,
yeah.
Like, unless you're going to use it to benefit both the character and the business, I suppose.
Instead of Michael Cole, oh, duh, you're married to him. What do you think he's doing? It's like...
Well, the answer to that is obviously not what Michael Cole is doing, which is at home playing with himself because no one else wants to do it.
Oh!
Wow. Wow.
And WWE just unfollow our YouTube channel.
Fair enough.
I ain't bothered.
We ain't getting jobs there. Wait, are we getting jobs there?
No.
No. Okay.
Well, I was hoping.
But yeah, they could. If I was backstage, I would have just no-sold the fact that they're married. Just say that and just have.
There's a lot of.
You know, that's.
It's a lot of like the things that are wrong in WWE are obvious, but they're stupid.
Yeah.
They're stupid things to be wrong because they're things that weren't wrong in the 90s, and it's not as if ownership has changed. Like it was Vince McMahon made sure they weren't wrong in the 90s, and it's just he's completely fucking gone blankhead.
That's the problem. Vince McMahon didn't change. Do you know that's the problem?
Vince McMahon actually looks like he had a bit of plastic surgery, you know.
Vince McMahon looks. I don't know. He looks bad. He looks like he's always crying.
Yeah.
He's like the really red under the eyes and the watery eyes thing.
Man hasn't slept in years. Looking at ratings.
I didn't think he'd give a crap about that anymore. The ratings are tanking anyway. They are though, apparently anyway.
I don't know why they don't blast. Like I know it's easier said than not, but you would imagine, like, I would be blasting NXT around the world, like. As in, not just television-wise, like on live tours as well.
You just want them to come back.
Oh, of course I do. Of course. You know my point, like.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Like, that's where they're making their money at the moment, because with the likes of, as much as we give out about them, Roman Reigns or Cena, like, they were big money.
They were the money makers. Like, who's
Seth Rollins for a while, but Seth kind of comes in and out and in and out.
Like, who would
Cena
and Reigns still be the biggest sellers? Or biggest, not sellers of merch, I suppose, would be the
Well, I'm noticing on WWE Shop, like, a lot lately, it's like, you go onto the front page of WWE Shop, it's nearly always promoting the women's stuff now. Like, it's almost
I suppose Becky's on fire at the moment, you know. Might as well get that stuff out.
Are you getting, by the way, big old fans, are you getting those, the big, the I'm the Man t-shirt in Dublin, you know?
Maybe.
You'll have to get one of
them. If it's up there.
If it's up there.
They probably won't have it up there, they'll probably have the last kick.
It won't be up there or be up there, but it'll be like 60 quid or something. That'll be it.
Yeah, more than likely.
No, I'll get my program now.
If I go up to the counter and they say to me, can I get the Man t-shirt? And they go, that's 60 quid. I'm going to say, is Becky Lynch fucking in it?
Is it signed by Becky? Do I get a picture of Becky Lynch as well? Like, what's the story here?
Would you like a Becky Lynch briefcase, man?
Becky Lynch briefcase? Do they have
that look like?
See if you got one.
Oh, I got the Money in the Bank one, yeah. I was getting the money, 40 quid for a Money in the Bank briefcase.
Of course.
Come on.
You couldn't leave it there.
No. That's why I had to ring ahead, because I was stuck in traffic. And tell me the other one.
Yeah, Mark clunking around with two fucking briefcases then.
I won the Raw and the SmackDown one.
Oh yeah, of course it was. 40 quid for a hunk of plastic. Of course I was going to buy it.
Right, it came with keys.
It came with keys and a combo lock. But
so
is there anything else? I think that's it for that, isn't it?
Are we closing the book on this one?
Yes,
I think so. Book closed. Boom.
May I introduce the third topic?
No, you introduced 2.
Okay, I'm getting
Go on,
used.
Mark, you introduce.
I want to introduce 1.
I'm getting used to this now.
I'm getting used to this. We asked him at the start, he wanted to know us. He goes,
I
God,
just
no,
want-
God, no, fuck, no, God, no.
Alright, go on, one more. What's it? If you have one, go on.
Why are we not looking forward to Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Because Brock Lesnar is going to win.
But
it'll be close.
Because Seth Rollins is going to lose. That's the
and
closed.
And just nobody gives a shit about. They're not.
But I mean, like, it's hard to.
Why would you be interested in the match? Let me ask you that way.
That's one of the ones that.
Let me ask you this: what master do you serve?
but no, it might be in. No, it's probably because the match isn't going to be great. You know, it's like
it's the same. Like,
but we've been here before.
We've always been here.
We've literally been sitting here saying that Reigns will win and all.
Reigns will win. Rollins will win. Reigns will win. Rollins will win. Geez, they might give it to Balor.
Oh.
Then when Goldberg comes back, we're like, no, he's not going to beat Balor. Oh wait, he squashed him.
Yeah, and then Lesnar back Goldberg because we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like Lesnar's basically the Raw main event the last what are we now? 35, 4 years. 30 was Bryan. 31 was Lesnar and Reigns with.
Like if you count in the year even before.
Oh, I'm missing one. The one was 32 was Triple H and Roman Reigns. So it's 3 out of 4. Let's say of the men's, I don't know if it'd be close.
And he fought Rollins again, didn't he?
Well, no, Rollins ran in halfway through the match.
Oh yeah.
That was 31, I think. No, like it's so hard to think about it though.
So I mean,
like that's how
you don't remember it.
That's how uninspired. Like
yet you can turn around and say, do you remember, just for argument's sake, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels number 2? Or
like
Undertaker versus Triple H number 2. You remember them matches.
Or the main event of like WrestleMania 17, 18.
Taking Brock Lesnar out of the main event picture, right? Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker at WrestleMania, you're kind of like, yes, he bet the Undertaker.
You can't remember the match.
The match itself, all you probably would remember is when they both sat up and started laughing at each other.
That was SummerSlam.
All right, see what I mean?
See, I know. Yeah, I'm not being.
Point fucking.
I'm not being an ass, but that's literally the problem. You don't.
Phone drop only for I don't know.
Yeah, but you don't remember.
Like Brock Lesnar's matches are just so unrememberable. Other than the one against Balor, and that was because, like, holy shit, is he actually going to do it?
I did, no,
that
he
was
did.
Probably...
And even the beat up afterwards, I suppose,
and
as
that
well.
was the one with Bryan, that was good.
That was Survivor Series. But again, that wasn't a championship match, though. That was
just...
With poor Seth Rollins.
He's kind of... Yeah, and if we're going to close the book, I want to open the next one.
Well, I put it before we just...
No.
Like, it is poor Seth Rollins. Because no matter what the way this ends, it's poor Seth Rollins. If he wins the flipping thing, he has to try rebuild that title. And is he going to be given the time to rebuild it? Because needs a run now of 168 days or something. Or
of like, not just being at home.
Like, that title is fucking... And do you know what the killer about that title for me is? It actually grew on me.
I actually don't mind it.
And when Reigns even...
It's actually not bad looking belt. You know, when we saw it first, like, oh, for God's sake.
When it was originally unveiled, it was like, wow, that is red.
Yeah. But you kind of had a motif there, didn't you?
It's like, that's like something I do in 2K19, where I make the strap a luminous green or something, you know.
It's like, Jesus, what is he doing?
So, yeah. No, look, you can close the book on that now. Open your topic. I have an open topic soon too.
It's kind of leading on from that, and it's basically about Seth Rollins and the decline of the Royal Rumble winners. I know we kind of touched on it a little bit before, but it just seems to me that even watching it this year, that there wasn't much
oomph about it.
Yeah, now I don't know if it was because Rollins won it. Like the Becky one was better. No, it's not. Like Rollins is good. He's not my personal favorite wrestler. I think he's, you know.
Yeah, he's
good.
You want him floating around.
If he was in the 90s, who would you equate him to?
Ooh. As in,
Shit.
In terms of, like, ability, or in terms of, like, placement on the card, or just in general?
In general, whatever way you want
to...
Maybe a young Edge.
I would say in terms of that, but in terms of status, I would put him at, like, a Mick Foley.
No.
And I'll explain. In terms of, to me, and I love Mick Foley now, but he seemed like a guy who was just like a placeholder. Do you know, like, if they wanted to put the belt on someone, would put it on Foley.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his combined title reigns was like a month. He won it 3 times.
Yeah, but Mick Foley had the whole thing in the crazy bones.
I know that. I'm not saying in terms of ability. I'm saying in terms of placement on the card. Sorry, but in terms of placement on the card, I equate a Seth Rollins to a Mick Foley.
Yeah, what he's kind of saying is like if Austin was out and The Rock was heel at the time, Foley was the one you kind of brought in.
And I'm not saying like I love Foley. These matches were great. It's not that, but it just felt to me.
This is what it feels like with Rollins at the moment. If Reigns is out,
it's like sure, but
and Lesnar
Rollins is there.
You couldn't pay the crowd to put Lesnar over now at this stage.
No,
that's how pissed
I think it's done. Yeah.
So. Who do we throw in there? They'd love to see Balor, but that's just unrealistic. You'll size him. So what we'll do is we'll give it to Rollins because he's better than before.
See, that's what I was going for. Not in terms. I'd agree with that. He's like an Edge in the Attitude Era in terms of ability.
Yeah.
But I meant
he's not bad on the mic. He's a very good wrestler.
Oh yeah,
he's well able to do kind of.
I'm not disrespecting.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not saying you are, but it's just like that's why I'd kind of put him with an Edge type. As I put it, a young Edge, not the rated R superstar.
No,
Edge.
but it's in Edge kind of coming in, but
Edge and Christian time like.
But it just feels like the Rumble is last year as well. It's like all historic and all this.
But you see, the thing about the Rumble, I find, right, 2 years back to back, the betting offices have got it right. And I know that means very little.
But it's too obvious.
Time, it's that obvious. They're not slightly ahead in the odds on the Rumble. They're flipping miles ahead.
Yeah.
And then it comes to fruition. And WWE just, for some reason, lets it off and rolls.
But they literally came out and said we were going to change it up.
Yeah. So
and we'll get to the...
Like, if you knew you were going to give Kofi Kingston a push, why not confuse everybody and let Kofi Kingston win the Rumble? And kind of go like...
Holy
what the
crap.
fuck just happened? Like?
Exactly, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Why is it that you're able to nearly pick the final four? You're able to nearly,
which we nearly did for our predictions.
Mm.
I think one of you got like 3 out of the 4. I think it was. I can't remember which one. I don't have my work done out in front of me, but I was like, and with the Becky and Charlotte.
I know Lashley was missing, so that's.
Yeah, it's just.
That was the one that let me down anyhow. I think I might have.
Well, I mean, like, if you wanted different, even, like, the final 2, why not have, like, Aleister Black or Ricochet in there?
Yeah.
As in someone from or Gargano. No, Ricochet wasn't in the Rumble, but, like, do you know?
Yeah, Gargano or someone and you were like, what? Where did that come out?
Like a final 2 or final 3 even, but I mean, like, it's just. But I just feel, and especially last year with the 2 Rumble winners losing at WrestleMania, and we've talked about the Asuka thing, and I don't want to get there. We'll talk about Asuka in a minute. I want to bring up Asuka again in a minute. But like them losing, and then literally, like, it's hard. Like Nakamura had the title win at the kickoff, and he was in the Rumble. Asuka, who did Asuka fight at the Rumble?
At the Royal Rumble?
This year.
Becky.
Oh, yes, you're right. Yes. Do you know what I mean? Like, and especially now.
And just in relate on the Nakamura thing, as like Nakamura wouldn't have been a bad, like, he brought relevance to the United States title. when he was given it.
So why didn't they give him...
Like, so the lack of English or anything like that was used as excuses of why it wouldn't be given to him.
But
it's pointless. It's stupid.
You see, the thing is with that...
You hired him. You must have known what his English was like when you hired him.
The thing is, if you had those reservations, why did you make him win the Rumble?
Yeah.
That's the thing that I don't get. If you're not 100% full, it's same.
And even going flinging around there, like you're saying about Asuka as well, like Asuka even more so.
Yeah.
Like you had fucking
gold.
You had gold there.
The streak, yeah.
And what you do? You give her the Rumble, makes sense because she's undefeated and nobody's stopping her. Then Tony's put her in a match against Charlotte Flair, which then you made Charlotte Flair win. And again now this year, Becky Lynch has turned things around and she busted her arse to try and make something of her character because God knows the people in the back aren't helping. So she does everything. She gets over. She's over more than anybody on the roster.
Wins the Rumble.
Wins the Rumble, right? Which is fair enough again. But again now you go, oh, we have to bring Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair into this.
I don't. We might, before we close the book, we might bring up Charlotte as the next one. But no, I'm nearly finished. I find the less and less. It's kind of like, remember King of the Ring when that first came on? That was like the thing.
Yeah.
But then slowly, like 98, like they don't think of King of the Ring. 98, it was the Hell in the Cell. Like 99 was the same.
King of the Ring after Austin won it kind of.
It went down.
Yeah.
And you could even say like you.
Even though I know it had winners afterwards, like Triple H and
like Triple H was 96. Billy Gunn was 99.
Oh, Austin was 96.
Austin was 96. Triple H was 97.
Was Triple H on 98? No.
No, Ken Shamrock was 98.
There for the reason it went down.
Billy Gunn was 99.
Did The Rock win it once? No.
No.
See what I mean? Because I knew he wouldn't have.
2000, or did they do one in 2000?
Did you?
Brock won in 02.
Did Billy Gunn not win in 2000?
No, that was 99. Who won the King of the Ring in 2000?
Booker T.
No, that was later.
Oh, yeah.
That was like 05. See what I mean though? It's like
it
like the Rumble.
Austin. You remember Austin? No?
Edge is a King of the Ring winner.
2000, yeah, that sounds right. But do you know what I mean? Like it's the same with the Rumble. It's kind of harder and harder to remember. Like you remember Nakamura, you remember like Rollins. Like even now, like literally 2 months, and I struggle to think of who won the men's Rumble. And
Kurt Angle.
Kurt, that's it. Edge was 01 then.
Brock 02, Booker 06, William Regal 08, Sheamus 2010, Bad News Barrett 2015.
And
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if they actually bought that back for NXT. I think NXT could do with it.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be cool actually. NXT would be.
And actually, I'd rather than have it just as a ceremony, give it a title as well.
Bret Hart won it twice, right?
Yeah, that one was before it was televised though. Before they made the pay-per-view, yeah. But anyway. But it just feels that the Rumble, and I think I preferred the Rumble over Mania as a pay-per-view.
I did even the surprise entrance.
Yeah.
The buzz is gone out of that guy.
Yeah, it's just
you know, and that's only gone. You're talking the last 2-3 years, like because when Styles came out, it was like, what the fuck? That was like, you know, and.
But that was like the last big.
But even that, was it that year or was it the year after that? Like the Hardys showed up at Mania and won the tag titles. Like,
that was that year, I think.
Yeah, like even that was like a what? Like the only surprise to me was at Elimination Chamber was the fact that like I woke up the following morning, I looked at my phone, it's like Kofi Kingston's out pulling off this outstanding match, and I'm like,
huh?
When the fuck did he end up in there?
Well, like, they gave him the.
Yeah, because I hadn't seen it. I was, but like it was kind of more that kind of was. So that was great for me in that sense, but everybody didn't get that feeling about Kofi Kingston being in the Elimination Chamber because you all knew about it obviously because you saw SmackDown.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Because I couldn't even. But I was at the stage of like, who's missing or who's been replaced or was Kofi Kingston always in it and I just didn't notice him? Like it's.
But no, it's kind of disappointing that it seems the Rumble is in decline because like we said, it's not the main event anymore. And I think that's what really killed it.
Yeah.
Now, unless there was a major match that would have went on, that's like Michael's Taker, I think was the last in that Mania, wasn't it? If memory serves. The second one. At 26. I think that went on last because it was the big match, you know, it was, you know, that I understand.
And Sean's career or something.
Yeah. But it just seems that it's just not the same. Like, Rollins wasn't even not Fastlane, sorry, see what I mean? It's like...
Chamber.
He wasn't at the Chamber, like, what happened to...
But that's what I'm saying. Everything at the moment, you're on the road, as they call it, their road to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And we've always, every year, we've had multiple things where you could sit down, you could have a good chat about.
Yeah.
You know, these two are going this way, and this is going this way. And this year, it's Charlotte, Ronda, Becky. That's it.
That's it. They kind of forget everything else.
Everything else is forgotten. It's like,
and I think
they want to give the women a bit of
I don't have a problem with
well,
that.
this is going to be my next topic that I'm going to bring up.
Before you bring that up,
right.
We'll lighten the mood for a second.
Well, we close the book anyway. But
close the book on that, yeah.
Book is closed.
I lighten the mood for the two of you for the crack.
Go on then.
Because I've only found this.
We'll have intermission.
WWE Live intermission in Dublin.
Hit it. Hit me with that.
Two matches have been announced.
Hang on. Hook it straight up. Hook it up.
And the two matches are... Now, my question on this, is this giving away WrestleMania?
Alright.
AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan with Rowan.
Okay.
That's that match.
Alright.
The other match isn't giving away WrestleMania.
Alright, what's the other one?
Asuka versus Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch.
We're getting paid.
And then it just says Jeff Hardy, The New Day, Sheamus, Cesaro, Samoa Joe, knocking
the second last line is going to kill us though.
Yeah, line up, subject to be changed.
Yeah.
So there'll be a shake-up.
Well, the shake-up is in April, so we know that.
Yeah, so... Alright, cool.
So has the shake-up been announced?
Close that book.
Close the book on WWE Live.
Sorry, has the shake-up been announced?
Yeah.
It was announced
last week.
It was announced for, I think it's like...
April 18th or something like that.
18th and 19th or something like that, yeah. So it's after Mania as well.
Yeah.
So the next one I want to bring up is basically the Charlotte Flair mess. And I don't understand why they couldn't give us Becky and Ronda.
No. Like you've given us Charlotte and Ronda.
You've given us Charlotte. I understand that's kind of... Do you know what I mean? It's just...
Vince has a crush on Charlotte Flair,
but I understand. This isn't a knock against Charlotte. Charlotte's a very good wrestler. But she is not needed. You could have her fight Asuka in the rematch.
Yeah.
That's like simple. Absolutely simple. You say, Asuka said, I want to get revenge. I'm going in as champion now. I'm going to kick your ass and like clear away the ghost of last year's WrestleMania. Done. 2 sentences, 30 seconds. You're welcome.
Well, you don't know the last thing you're going to see is Becky Lynch holding up the table.
Oh, yeah. They'd be... Oh... You think Charlotte? They're going to go with the triple threat?
I think, and that's my worry about Charlotte being in this match. Now, don't get me wrong, right? I want to see Becky Lynch hold the title.
Yeah.
Better yet, you know what? Make it a fatal 4 match. Put Asuka in there and put that title on the line as well. Let her fucking hold both of them. I don't care.
You could do it like an undisputed, because they have an undisputed tag team.
Yeah.
On both shows. So you could, in theory...
And if Fox do want these top stars, they're not going to shove them all to SmackDown and screw Raw over.
But at least with Raw, you'd have the women's division on both shows then.
Yes. So, Fox would get the hottest thing in WWE at the moment.
Maybe Raw's. You're welcome.
Instagram break.
Yeah, I have to do
an Instagram thing.
What?
But what's the point? Like, right? I put it this way. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe Becky Lynch is by all means getting that title at Mania. Maybe Charlotte Flair has been brought in because they want Charlotte to take the pin. But that kills the entire storyline. because Becky has just constantly, even now at this point,
she's still
focusing more on Ronda. Somebody has got to pin Ronda.
And
you see, I don't.
It could be Becky.
It could be Becky, but
why did you bring Charlotte
why
in?
Is Charlotte in the mix, like? What's the point of her there?
Charlotte is not needed there.
Is it to put heat on Charlotte, I wonder?
Sure, I mean, like...
That's what somebody else said on another podcast.
That's not working, like. There's enough heat on Charlotte just when she interrupts Becky Lynch.
But they hate Charlotte. The crowd hates Charlotte.
And do you want to know why?
Why?
Because Charlotte is, by all means, at the moment, the female version of Roman Reigns. She's been rammed down your throat.
Ding, ding, fucking ding.
That's why you hate it.
It's true. It's true.
Me and Mark had said that before also, yeah.
It's like, where's like, you look at, like, Sasha Banks and Bayley, given the women's tag titles, I don't have a problem with it, but it was an I'm sorry. You know, we know you really built NXT for us, and we've done absolutely nothing with it. Well, technically, Sasha and Charlotte pulled the...
Well, they had the first women's Hell in a Cell
and they had some awesome matches on Raw as well.
Yeah.
But the thing was, like, it's like, we're sorry that we just fucked you into this stupid storyline there last year. Asuka given the women's title, we're sorry.
Yeah.
You know, these are all we're sorries. That the women's revolution does need you, of us, but we just want to build it around this little bundle over here.
Yeah. The rest of you, you're still important to us. But you're just not.
Nikki Cross. Where's Nikki Cross been? You were one of the best factions since like what?
Probably Shield.
Yeah, since the Shield's early stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Insanity. And have we seen him like?
Yeah, I haven't seen him at all.
I don't think you've seen him.
They're meant to be on SmackDown.
Yeah, and I don't think you could count in your hand how many times you've seen him since they actually went him up.
I mean,
you have Heavy Machinery, who made an awesome impact in NXT.
I like it. I do like Heavy Machinery.
Came up to Raw, and what they're doing now is strutting their stuff against Lacey Evans. Do you know what I mean? You.
Well, I don't understand. We might circle around. That might be a new.
Well, that was the book I was going to open in a minute.
Well, alright, yeah, we'll kind of stick a pin in that for a minute.
I'm building up to my Alistair background.
Alright.
Yeah.
But I don't. I prefer to see Becky and Ronda and Charlotte and Asuka. That's what I would do for Mania for the two women's matches, and then you'd have
without a doubt.
And then you'd have Bayley and Sasha probably against Right Squad or
Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Or Mandy Rose.
They tend not to do things. They tend not to do things 2 years in a row anymore.
Brock Lesnar 3 out of the last 4 though.
No, I mean do the same match.
But Becky and Ronda wasn't last year.
No, he's on about Charlotte and Asuka.
Yeah.
But like they've done it
with Rock and Cena.
They've done it with Rock and Cena. They've done it with Taker and Michaels and Taker and Triple H. Do you know? Yeah. Why not? Because, like, who else is on SmackDown? Like, what's the women's roster on SmackDown? It's fucking pretty lean unless you bring up Kairi Sane versus Asuka at WrestleMania.
Nice.
Fingers crossed.
You have to keep them crossed.
That's it, so. But it's,
But the flaw at the moment is you're taking, like you're saying, Kairi Sane coming up to fight Asuka. That would be awesome to someone like me and you who knows Kairi Sane. But that's where it's
But to
fallen.
Jack.
Like they posted, like, you know, EC3. Who were the 4? EC3, Lars Sullivan,
Heavy Machinery.
We don't know what happened to Lars Sullivan, by the way.
But you know, Heavy Machinery and
Nikki Cross. Or was it Lacey Evans? Or it's 2 of them?
The 2 of them. And like it's...
Not in time.
Yeah, like... Jesus.
I think I want to close the chapter on this book and bring up the next chapter. Or you can bring it up. Are we done with Charlotte?
Oh,
kind of
hopefully
wedging her way in. And
hopefully the will be done with her soon.
Just before we actually do close the book, Charlotte wedging her way in is probably a mean way of saying it. When you know damn well that what's really happening is her father is pulling the strings behind the stage. And it's Ric Flair is causing all the chaos, not
Charlotte.
You think so, yeah?
I reckon so.
Definitely.
I reckon so.
Do you think
and
Flair...
he's probably pissed while he's doing it.
Do you think Flair has a say?
I wouldn't say he has Vince's ear anyway.
Yeah.
Because they were always friendly.
That's the thing.
Like even going back to
the war days.
You know, in 2 weeks' time they have his birthday party coming up or some shit like that.
Gee, I wonder if someone will interrupt that. Who Stone Cold Becky Lynch will interrupt that.
Sorry, Becky, you can't hit Flair with the crutch.
Jesus, can we talk about those before we close the book? Those crutches, shot. Oh God, that was rough.
She really fucking whipped him.
Jesus H. Christ, that was rough.
Stone Cold Becky Lynch.
So I am through with you.
And you see, he said on a podcast, he was asked, how does he feel about it? And he said it's awesome. Yeah. He'd love to come back to partner up with her.
One more thing before we close the book.
Come on.
Is the last image you'll see at Mania Becky Lynch holding the title?
I just argued that.
Yes, you said no.
I said I'm unsure.
He's unsure. I honestly...
I'll bring it to the rest of the table. What do you think, Will?
I think they'd be foolish if they didn't.
Oh, I would agree with that, like, obviously. But the next 4 weeks is going, or the next couple of weeks is going to tell a big story.
Yeah.
And going into Mania, I'm telling you, going into Mania, you know, on the week before Mania, when we sit down here to do our prediction, unless something massive happens.
Yeah, it will probably be.
How often does the person dominate the whole way to the pay-per-view and then actually go on and back it up?
None. No, not to my memory anyway.
So the only plus side for Becky Lynch is she got busted on a house show and then they actually aired it on Raw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't mind that they're building her up to like come back from the knee.
And is that legitimate? Did she get busted?
Well, no, it was part of the story.
Yeah.
The point was they aired it on Raw.
Yeah, they aired a bit of the house show, so...
They aired her attacking Asuka.
And I think the whole thing is on...
Well, it's kind of strange, like, Charlotte's challenging for the Raw title, and yet she's still doing SmackDown house shows. And she's on both shows.
She not only is she doing SmackDown house shows, she's having SmackDown women's title matches on house shows.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't... I don't know.
Like, then you're wondering about the ones like Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Naomi, all them, like. They're just kind of, you know, oh yeah, we need you for Total Divas.
Total Divas.
Oh, Jesus.
Are we finally closing the book?
Yes. Book closed.
New book open. NXT stars. And how they're being screwed.
Okay. This is... Go for it.
Right. Number one.
Oh, here we go.
We'll send this over to
I'm going to start with the freshest stuff, right? Which is Ricochet, Gargano, Ciampa, and Black on Raw. And I know they're not call-ups, before it's said.
Yeah.
I know they were only kind of, let's bring them up and try promote NXT or whatever. But you've done a fucking terrible job. Like, if you want to bring them up and promote NXT, by all means do. But, you know, don't make everything look like a mid-card. As I said to you before, when I hit you and said that, I remember what my argument was. Bruce Pritchard made the comment about when Ted DiBiase signed for WWE and he said, we're going to put you in as top star and you will remain a top star. That was Vince's attitude towards wrestlers. Yeah. That's why the likes of Bret Hart was a top star. You know, Ted DiBiase was always up in around her anyway, or he was somewhat involved with the top star, and so on and so forth. And then you go along and you take up people like Aleister Black. And the thing about Aleister Black is, he is fucking awesome on a mic, because of the way he talks.
Yeah.
The way he looks is the opposite, is the complete opposite to the way he talks.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of, if you imagine back in the day when Stephen Richards had right to censor.
Oh, God.
Remember he used to do the real sophisticated.
Yeah.
Like, but then it was just Stephen Richards at the end of the day.
Yeah. Wow. It was just Stephen Richards at the end of the day.
But Black can back it up when he does this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like...
And they didn't even let him talk on the mic.
Oh, he did... Well, he
did he not?
He spoke alright to Black. Because he said he fade to Black.
So much he missed...
But then you missed Mario Renaro for the Black Mass, and you're like, it was just like,
Mamma Mia!
Corey Graves, I'm sorry, I have no bones with you, but you were fucking shocking at it, like. you know. It's like, oh, there's the black mass. It was like me and you doing an Irish commentary.
Jesus just himself now.
Look, he's got a black mass in him there now.
Jesus Christ.
I hope he shaved the sheep before he done that.
There's no way he can play for county like that for feck's sake. He's going around doing black mass to other lads in the Harleys. Jesus Christ.
Somebody ring Father O'Brien there. He's going around doing black mass, he is.
Oh, Jesus, wait till I get in touch with your parents. Oh, your mother will redden the arse off you, boy.
Thank God he wasn't in there with Finn Balor doing them coup de graces. And then, like,
the coup de graces. If everyone else was doing the coup de graces, would you be doing the coup de graces?
Don't want you to come running to me if you break your legs doing them coup de graces.
Get that stuff off your face now. Come here, you dirty bastard. You're dirty.
I have another question for you regarding the NXT call.
Yeah, go on.
Why didn't they bring up any of the UK guys? Because they're in the UK, aren't they?
No, I think the main reason that they showed up on telly this week is rumor and innuendo is that they have a TV deal in America, so you're not really going to bring in NXT UK lads.
Yeah. See, they're not bring-ups because, as I said to you before we started recording, when they came out on Raw, their banners were NXT.
So it's not. It's more
they
of
were pure promotion.
It's more of an exhibition match than anything else.
It was like the halftime
heat thing.
Yeah.
Oh, mother of jeez.
And if you notice, like, look at it, right? It was Ciampa and Gargano. You have to look at a lot of NXT talent as like John Cena in the sense of, you know, half the crowd likes him. Even when they're here, half the crowd likes him, half the crowd doesn't like him. So some people are following the way it's supposed to be, you know, the good guy and the bad guy. The bad guy, you meant it. And some people are loving the fact, like, they know that they're heel and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Gargano is rightly a perfect example of that at the moment. They want to keep cheering Johnny wrestling.
Yeah. Even though he's kind of turning heel.
And he's more and more linked with Ciampa and all this kind of stuff. And you're wondering, is it happening, isn't it happening?
Are they going back?
Like, because if they wanted to bring up heels, or if they were like Adam Cole, would have been brought up, because that's, you know, he's probably one of the big names as well down there. Like, and you're just kind of looking at it. Ricochet came out and done a couple of flips, which I always love to watch, but at the same time, like,
it didn't sit right on the main roster.
Well, it didn't sit right with that crowd because they were like looking.
The crowd was meant to be atrocious. I didn't watch it now.
The crowd,
like, literally, I saw a screenshot of
you didn't watch it, right? But at the same time, if I put it this way to you, right? You've seen plenty of Ricochet's matches. Now you take Ricochet, you add Finn Balor to the equation, right? Both guys can get a very good pop off a crowd.
Yeah.
Off a bad crowd even. And yet the crowd's reaction was the equivalent to, back in the day, a Nikki Bella match.
The piss break match.
Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, they were literally kind of like, you had Ricochet doing the stuff that you have known him for on NXT.
And they loved it on NXT.
What did he done something where he when he ran out, he jumped up and hit, fucking, I think it was Bobby Lashley, and then literally moonsault off the apron onto Leo Rush. And I was like,
no, not.
If he done one part of that on NXT, the place would go fucking ape.
Yeah, it's true.
I think all he done against Velveteen Dream in NXT was bounce off the rope, somersault, land on his feet, walk up to him, and the place went fucking ballistic.
Yeah, but that was absolutely incredible.
But on Raw Monday night, they were like.
But yeah, it was literally, I saw a screen or a picture. It was Balor and Ricochet in the ring, and it was I think it was Leo.
Yeah.
And Lashley on the apron.
Yeah.
And they weren't like it wasn't natural, it was like literally they were kind of getting ready. If that was NXT now, Balor, even Lashley would have got a decent pop as well. And they'd be going that. And literally the first 4 rows were like this. The arms folded.
Yeah. No. And then you take the Revival, who, like, obviously made their big name in NXT.
Yeah.
And you put them against Ciampa and Gargano, which is their two top champs in NXT.
DIY versus the Revival again, like the battles.
You have that fight. Now apparently, I didn't watch the match, but apparently it was a fairly good match. They actually did put on a good show, and Revival put on a good show. But Revival took the loss again. And then, after all of this is all happening through the show. You have Aleister Black come out and interfere in Elias's promo, which is basically his entrance was nothing, and like his entrance doesn't cost that much. It's turned the fucking lights off.
Yeah.
And the smoke.
And
the music is turned up full whack, and that's his entrance in NXT, like. It's the Undertaker's entrance put in a different manner.
Yeah.
It's not a shitload of pyro.
Yeah.
It's just a bit of fucking smoke. And yet, why, you were too miserable to do that in Raw? And you didn't even turn the lights off. And Aleister Black, in no offence, makes no fucking impact on nothing if them lights aren't completely off.
Yeah.
That's why it won't work.
Nope.
Like, it's basically the Undertaker's entrance, because it should have been dark, and then you get the smoke. Then you, in Aleister Black's case, you get a blue light, and he lifts up.
Yeah.
Not that hard. But then they went on
One of the problems is they also kind of turn off the lights for Elias also.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could have done a total blackout of
the
arena.
I suppose.
Then they went on to screw over Lacey Evans done her stupid walk and heavy. So going back to the ones that they've already brought up to screw over.
I feel so
Triple H started the show making it out that this is going to be an excellent night because you know these guys are coming from NXT and NXT is fucking smoking hot, which he's not wrong. And to finish the night, then it was like just Ronda Rousey destroying the Riot Squad. Like that. And that's where a lot of people are complaining. They said the DIY match should have been the main event.
That match was also pointless at the Elimination Chamber with Ronda Rousey and your one. That was over in 30 seconds.
I feel bad for. Everyone thought it was going to be a bit of a squash anyway.
And they were certainly right.
They were certainly right.
Now, in saying that, look, I don't blame Ronda Rousey for that, and I don't blame
Ruby
Riott. Ruby Riott put on some match on Raw, like.
But it's management.
She hit her with the what's that kick?
The right kick. I have no idea.
But she hit that while Ronda Rousey was sitting top rope. Like.
Nice.
You know, I nearly took her head clean off.
You should really go home and watch Raw now to see how bad it was.
Are you going to watch Raw?
I possibly will, yeah.
You possibly will in the arse, yeah.
I might just watch the top 10 on YouTube.
Yeah. I'm going to watch
That's
top 10.
That's how I usually cover it.
I bet you Aleister Black won't even make the top 10.
Probably not.
Probably.
It's sad. But that's always been the way. I wonder what's the... Like, if it happened with one or two, you'd say, okay, fair enough, maybe they didn't work on the big stage. But it's just a continuous...
Oh, it's a continuous...
fuck up of the NXT talent. It's...
And it's going back to Balor. Like, other than... Right, I know the injury put a stinker on Balor. But, like, Balor, Banks, Bayley... Becky, you know, these were the group in NXT.
It's like
they came up now. Becky's turning it now.
Yeah, but after.
But like as I said earlier, Sasha and Bayley was we're sorry. Here's the titles.
I do remember
the first women's tag champions.
I do remember Bayley was selling some lot of shirts down in NXT already.
Bayley was, but that's like American Alpha. Revival. You know,
see what I mean?
I wasn't even watching NXT back there. Like, I went to NXT live with you, and I hadn't a clue who was coming out in the fucking thing. And the music had hit, and it's not like when we go up for WWE and we're like, you know, Daniel Bryan's music hits or AJ, and we all, you know, you react the way you're supposed to react. I was sitting there at NXT, the music had hit, and I'd be like, Mark, who's this? And he'd have to explain to me who it was. But literally within 30 seconds of them being in the ring, I was suddenly excited about wrestling.
Yeah.
And that's what NXT was. And we didn't have Glorious for Bobby Roode.
We didn't have Glorious for Bobby Roode, no.
We did have Nakamura song, alright.
Yeah.
You know.
And did they bring the Flair out in Dublin?
No. But you didn't even need the fiddle player. He did have the little flickery lights on.
Yeah.
So, like, it's just, it's that, like, and that's what, I turn on NXT on the network at home. On, like, normally it's a Thursday or a Friday if I'm getting ready to start cleaning up around or whatever.
Yeah.
Just flick it on the telly. And, like, I will actually, 9 times out of 10, something within that hour will make me stop doing whatever I'm doing and go, oh, yeah, I gotta pay attention here. Like, you could put out Raw on for fucking 9 hours and I won't stop. Like, I just keep moseying around it. That literally is just background noise to me.
It's a shame though. Tis.
And that used to be the epicenter of the WWE.
Oh sure, Jesus, it was must see TV. Raw, sure, you couldn't go a week without. Did you see?
But what did Raw do? What do Raw do? They make it 3 hours and then they keep the thing fucking focused around 2 or 3 different guys again.
But sure, yeah.
What's the point of that? Like, you could have just left it at fucking 2 hours and focused around them.
Or 3 hours and then fucking learn how to make 3 hours of a wrestling show.
Baron Corbin should just go away from everything.
Yeah, like that was one of the other things I saw online about Raw. Triple H comes out and does his big announcement about DX and the whole thing. And then NXT stars and the future is going to be seen here tonight. And the first match on the card is Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin.
Which we see in that Elimination Chamber.
In a tables match. And no sign of Lashley or McIntyre. Which, as people are arguing, what the fuck was the point of the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah. Get me 2 points in the fantasy league. That's what the point was.
It's kind of like, oh my god, you know what?
It's rough. I don't understand. Is it Vince's ego? It's just like, I didn't make these guys. Is it? I wonder if that's truly it, or is like if that's the case, he's leaving money on the table. Cause it seems like Charlotte is an exception to the rule.
Yeah.
Kind of Becky is now.
But Charlotte is an exception to the rule because of. And I don't mean this negatively. I know Charlotte done plenty in NXT on the way up.
Yeah.
But to be honest about it, in relation to if you're accurate in what you're saying, that it is Vince's ego, Charlotte is an exception to the rule because Ric Flair, not because
Must
Charlotte.
Be. But I mean, like who else? Like maybe Balor, maybe not. Do you know, like
Balor is Vince's prime. Where Balor is now is Vince's prime
spot for Balor. Yeah. He won't get another sniff at that belt for a while.
No.
Unless he goes to SmackDown. That's the only way.
And
SmackDown will end up. Sorry, go on.
And that's what they're predicting.
But I heard a rumour. Read it online.
Yeah.
That SmackDown at the moment is kind of mainly been ran by Triple H and Shane McMahon.
Oh.
And that's why on SmackDown there is that bit of a free roll better, where Vince is still very much in control of Raw.
But no, it's just like
it was kind of a test to see how Triple H is going to do when Vince does decide to jack it all in and just pass the torch.
Oh, it's just a shame.
And will Triple H be able to build up Raw again? I don't think so.
I don't know, it'll take a bit of time and work.
Take about 10 years.
But no, that's the only.
Let's hope that when he goes to build up Raw, he doesn't look at it as the aspect of what would Vince want me to do, and looks at it as the aspect of what I did in NXT.
Yeah.
Because you even had, like, did you watch, well, no, you did. Did you watch the halftime heat match?
Like? Yeah.
And, like, even Shawn Michaels on the commentating in that match.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was going crazy about it, like, and the shit that happened in that match was nuts.
Yeah. But sure, it is. Yeah, it's just it's a shame. It's not. NXT is there to help WWE. Vince sees it as a threat.
Yeah.
That's how
it's looking. Yeah.
That's how it's looking. Is Vince sees it as a threat, but it's his own fucking company.
Yeah.
It's his own show.
Like, you have some great talent to come up from NXT, like, and even some that have came from other places. Likes of Joe and that.
Yeah.
You know, and then he came through the NXT ranks, and you're looking at it going like, why are you treating him like you would have treated Goldberg back in the day?
Yeah.
You know.
How
are some of these people an exception? Like, how did Booker T transition from WCW to WWE and do so well? Because he must have just came in as a yes man.
Or and Diamond Dallas Page, like, again, kind of on the same level as Booker T. like multiple time world champion, one of the hottest things WCW ever done, and what did they do? Give him a stalker thing.
Yeah, and squashed him.
And squashed him like the Undertaker's wife bet him at one stage. You know, like it's.
And they sent Canyon down the canyon with him.
Jesus Christ. Get out. Out. Get out of this shed.
You know what I mean though? Like there's like the squashed ones and then the.
But that's why. That's how I feel that Vince sees NXT as.
Do you know what? I hope you're right because at least now it makes sense. Because otherwise it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, that has to be it. But it's like if you're not meant by Vince, you're not meant. But that makes no sense because technically you are, because NXT is part of WWE. The logic, I think Pritchard says that you're applying logic to an illogical situation. I think that's best describes this.
But look at what it's costing him now. Like, he has all the money, right? He has the name, he has the brand. Now, AEW is by no means set up, ready to rock and roll. Kenny Omega is a big enough star that he could have came in and pulled a 12-month deal out of WWE.
Oh yeah.
Made a fucking fortune straight on telly, and then even better, it would publicly show him to the public. So in 12 months when AEW is set up, he could fuck off down to the boys.
Yeah.
And he'd bring a shitload of views with him. But they couldn't even pull him on that. You know.
I mean, you can't put Omega.
That has to be kind of looked at going, Omega's looking at some of the talent, likes of Balor, that went through, that he knows.
Their cautionary tale is like, look what happened to all these guys.
Yeah.
And all these guys who probably wants to leave WWE.
But probably he's probably worried that it would damage his credibility elsewhere.
He's probably right.
He probably couldn't be taken seriously. Like, would you take, like, even if Pain's the same, I don't even take Nakamura seriously anymore. Not really.
No,
I don't take
Oscar
seriously. I don't take, like, even someone like Ty Dillinger seriously.
I never saw Nakamura on NXT season.
Yeah, that was true. That maybe Jack has the right thing. Just don't watch NXT anymore, and you don't get your heart broken.
Right, yeah. Alright. You have two options, right? You can either stay watching main wrestling and not watch NXT so your heart's not broke, or you watch NXT and when they go you forget about them and you're
just knock it out of your head. They were never in NXT.
Or you put them under the categories of, like, you know, the Macho Mans and that they were, but they were the old generation.
Who else is on NXT now?
You've got the whole Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
You got
War Raiders.
You still have Ricochet, Black Gargano, and Ciampa.
With the 4 boys. Yeah, I was thinking outside those 4, but those 4.
You know what?
But even the women's, you have Baszler and the other 2 horsewomen. You have Bianca Belair.
You have
Kairi Sane.
And the other Chinese one that won the Mae Young Classic.
She didn't. Did she win? I thought Toni Storm won it.
Oh yeah.
She was in the final.
She was in the final. Yeah.
You skip forward to the night after Mania. Will anyone come up?
I hope not.
No. Well. Yes, they will. I agree with him. No, I hope not, but they probably will.
Yeah, they always tend to do it.
But that's why I don't understand is why did they do this whole thing of like EC3 is coming? Why not leave it till the Raw after and the SmackDown after Mania?
Because they wanted new, you know.
But sure, they done fuck all.
But this is WWE's problem. Why did they do that? Why? I know why they did it. Because they wanted new matchups, new lineups, new faces, all that.
And we're getting Braun and...
No, that's fair enough, right? But yet, you had the talent there without bringing up the 4.
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston has been there for the last 10 fucking years. You want a new match? Kofi Kingston, Daniel Bryan, there's a new match.
Done. Boom.
Shane McMahon, Miz, there's a new match.
Yeah.
Do you know? Fucking Sheamus and Cesaro versus...
It seems they're heading towards heavy machinery in the bar.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like, but...
Are you looking forward to that, man?
Oh, yeah.
I find, am I the only one thinking this, that maybe the bar have been pushed down the Acolytes road, APA style?
In terms of...
Like the kind of the backstage segments, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
You know, now they're goofing around.
If they open a bar, maybe that'd be cool. The bar's bar.
The bar's bar.
And have a bar. You have to be this bar to enter this bar.
They don't set the bar. They are the bar.
Would you like a drink?
You see
Umbrella.
Seamus pulling the pumps.
Only Guinness sold at this bar.
Well, is
Guinness
Seamus
and coffee.
is
Coffee
Seamus-
Guinness.
Is
What's
Seamus
a fish
actually
drink?
injured?
Hmm?
Do you think Seamus is actually injured?
I don't think so. I've heard that's been whispered for a while now.
Oh, the Seamus is on that. He's on that same injury that Brian had.
Mm.
Yeah, that's been. I don't know, like.
Well, I heard Edge. I heard it was his neck that was the problem.
Or Edge, yes, like Edge, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
But
anyway, thanks for breaking my heart, anyway. I'm going to go for a sleep now. I need to. God. Yeah, I feel bad for NXT now.
9 hours of a YouTube
well,
video.
I agree with what you're saying in the sense of why bother doing it before Manias.
If you're not actually going to give us new matches.
Then, if we were to bring ourselves back to the night after WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, so you'll have to try help me with this, right? Try name everyone that has come up from NXT since then, and then think about where they are now. One of the ones was Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Main event.
God, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's kind of bad that I totally forgot Bobby Roode was a thing. Yeah. God, yeah. Jesus, Bobby Roode. I don't want to think about it because it makes me sad. Because Bobby Roode was like the man in NXT for a solid year.
Mm-hmm. No, I'll put it this way to you. Right, this makes it worse.
Oh, God.
Because as much as I did like Bobby Roode in NXT and all that, his group was almost like this is lousy because he done very good down there, but it was almost like a stopgap.
Oh yeah.
Right, so before Bobby Roode, you had your Joes and your Ballers and your.
And then they all went up. And
they all went up, and then this one, and then after them came the likes of the Undisputed Era.
So he was kind of stuck in.
He was probably in the worst group, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, because
still a great group, but it was the worst group of the groups.
Like,
right?
because you had like Drew, I think,
Yeah.
Bobby, and then you had CN Almas and all that.
So there was this group, there was this group, and there was this group. This group was up, they're made now, and all the rest of it. Some of them are doing well, some of them are not. Then Bobby Roode's group came up last year, and as you just called out 3 or 4 names there, and they're like, what are they really doing at the moment? Not much. Not like for going into WrestleMania is my point. Like.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is the scary part of this is the group that's due to go next, like, which is the likes of Gargano, Ciampa, Ricochet, Velveteen Dream.
Even Undisputed Era if you wanted to stick him in.
Aleister Black. Now they reckon Undisputed Era will be left alone because they think they're going to take all the NXT titles.
They'll probably do that this year then.
Yeah, but then they'll be up next year. And what is,
Alright.
it's disasters.
Well, on that note, I think we'll
close that book now. Shut that one, close. Lock it as well.
Yeah. Is there anything else then? Do you have any other things for the lads, or are we all tuckered out?
I'm okay on that one.
Jack's struggling.
Right.
Oh, here we go.
Who
Actually,
the call-ups? Or the call-ups after Mania, who will it be?
Who will it be?
There will be call-ups.
No, there will be call-ups. It'll depend on the takeover before Mania. Do you know what I mean?
I think they're gonna put Black up there still.
Black probably would go up, although I hope he doesn't go up.
Judging by
I no, nothing to do with Monday night. I just there's nothing on the main roster I can see for Black at the moment, unless he goes to SmackDown. If he went to SmackDown now, do you know where I'd love to see Black go?
Yeah.
I'd love to see it go to SmackDown and be the one to go against this whole earth-friendly Daniel Bryan.
Oh yeah.
I'd like that.
Yeah.
Ricochet, I'd love to see go up against Balor, but it's too soon for that. Like, and even after Mania is going to be too soon.
Yeah.
Unless you're pushing Balor towards the SmackDown World title, then Ricochet could come in as a very good talent for the IC title or the US. Gargano, same IC title. You could get great matches out of them boys. Ciampa, you could even bring them back as DIY up to the main roster and go for the tag titles. But it's like there's no longevity in anything anymore. Like
no, not in WWE, no.
It's like everything is like here today, gone tomorrow. Like it's there's no real.
It's throwaway basically.
Yeah, it's like look, we invested so much in the Shield, and look how that ended up for us. So we're not going to bother investing anymore. So it's like, and that kills it then from the get go. You just have a load of talent floating around. Like, to be honest, what's the best move WWE could make in 2019? Yeah. Do away with some of the pay-per-views you have and actually give them to the women because they're the only one pulling your ratings.
Yeah.
And give the women 2 or 3 pay-per-views over the course of the year.
Evolution 1, Evolution, well, they could call them different names.
They could call them different names, but like, you know what I mean? It would make more sense. Or I don't know. Maybe mix. Maybe if Mark is right in what they're saying, maybe start throwing in an old NXT match or 2 into a pay-per-view. And I don't mean on the pre-show of a pay-per-view. I mean actually into the pay-per-view, and maybe see, can you start to pull in some of that NXT crowd, the life in the NXT crowd. I know you've never watched NXT, and I know I hadn't watched NXT until I saw NXT live.
When did you start? What?
After I saw it live.
2015, 2016.
Once I saw NXT live, and I realised the crowd, and then I watched, I think, an episode or 2, and I realised again the crowd. The crowd is much smaller, which means it makes more impact.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Nature called and I had to answer.
The question he brought to the shed was call-ups for after Mania, right?
Because they will have call-ups.
They will have.
I'd imagine so.
But my thing was like, I wouldn't have a problem with Black coming up. He said Black would probably win him. I wouldn't have a problem with Black coming up if they put him towards SmackDown to go on a rivalry with
kind of Styles and Bryan and that. Yeah.
Well, Bryan, the world saving Bryan, like, you know, because Black would be able to challenge that on a mic.
That might be alright, actually. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Ricochet, I said, well, if he was to come up, him and Balor for the IC, but that's too soon on Balor, like, you know what I mean? I'd rather see Balor get a long run as an IC champion or something. Even bring it to SmackDown.
They might do. Like, you still have, like, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to come back as well.
Oh, yeah. I know they're not... promo on Raw.
I know who Owens.
Yeah.
I know they're not technically call-ups, but like they have to come back. They must be back soon.
I could see Owens appearing the night after.
Yeah.
Those phone promos are hilarious.
It was a phone promo. Yeah.
He was in the border early one day.
He was here with his son or something, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he robbed the change of his $20.
So obviously he's coming back as a baby face.
Yeah, baby, why not?
Probably. But they are like the Elias thing, Jesus, like he's like a tornado,
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh no, Roman Reigns is sick. Right, quickly, we have to turn Elias heel. We need more face. We need more faces. Now bang, he's heel again. He's going around telling everyone to shut up and listen to his music. He's getting fed up and been interrupted.
Back again.
Battering guitars off of Jeff Jarrett and Jesse James.
Fuck's sake. Oh, I don't know.
Well, and just think of it this, where will we be once the Battle of Fastlane is over?
Hopefully in a better place than we are after the Chamber. Because although Chamber might have been good, where we are as a whole is terrible.
Not good, yeah. Just like, but it seems every year for the last few years it's just a slog to get to Mania.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, no, I don't know if it's because ever since we started doing the podcast, maybe. That might have to do, I don't, you know, like that we're actually kind of paying attention a bit more. We're talking about it more, but it just seems an absolute slog to get to Mania. When it's meant to be like the best time of the year.
Well,
like you usually have the dip after Mania. It seems lately it's the dip before Mania and then the dip after Mania. It's just like a continuous
Mania is over and you're just kind of there like lovely, Money in the Bank's on the way.
Because you know, like the next few will probably won't be great anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know? Oh, it's just I don't know. God, I hope
it's always hard.
It's quick.
It's always horrible when you have these contract things floating around. It doesn't help when one of your main champions is a part-timer.
Yeah.
And
that's the killing thing. That's the...
Well, it's always the talking point. Like, it's always the point you're going to come back to. It's like, oh, well, now, you know what? That young lad Brock Lesnar with the Universal title. Eating chips again. You know, Paul Heyman came out on Monday Night Raw to introduce a promo video of himself fucking talking about Brock Lesnar. Like,
he couldn't be arsed to show up.
So you had Paul Heyman literally come out on the stage
to show
to announce, and Strowman caught him by the throat, you know. So we have to keep that link alive.
That's just sad.
So to announce that he was going to play a promo package, which ended up for his client Brock Lesnar, which ended up being a promo package of him talking about his client Brock Lesnar. So why the fuck did he just not talk about his client?
Well, how can you build a feud around that though?
And did you notice it ended up on the Undertaker?
But you know, Brock Lesnar is like it's this thing on the top shelf, right? And it's kind of like, what are we going to do with that? You can't just pat it aside, you know, because they've put too much money in it. That's what's up with them. So what do? I don't know what you do, but at the same time, do fucking something.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer of what you do with it, but
you have to figure something out.
Like, you either get that man to sign a permanent contract for 12 months.
Or tell him to bugger off.
Yeah, or 6 months, or whatever the case may be. You're paying him fucking millions to show up for a 5-minute match that is now, and I quote, is now officially the piss break.
Yeah.
You know, so Paige had her little rant on Twitter about, you know,
that's your little rant about it.
The women's used to be it wasn't always WWE's fault. The Divas matches were classed as piss breaks by the fans. Fair enough. But now it's Brock Lesnar's matches. So Brock, congratulations, you've made the piss break.
Well done, Brock. Bravo. Alright.
Brock Lesnar's wrestling matches are about equivalent as CM Punk's UFC matches.
Oh, yeah! Ow! That just hurts. I'm not even CM Punk, and that hurts.
With the exception of the Daniel Bryan match, that was actually a good match.
Yeah, but how much of that was, and the same with Balor, how much of that was them and not Brock, if you know what I mean.
How many times was Daniel Bryan going to a bad match?
How many times was Finn Balor going to a bad
Never.
match? See what I mean? That's like, someone said about Ric Flair once that Ric Flair could have a 5-star match with a broom. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
That's literally kind of, it's like the opposite for Lesnar. It's like
I know what
Lesnar is the broom.
I know what you're saying, Jack.
Jake the
but
Snake
at the same time,
Roberts.
We said that last year about Roman Reigns when he went up against Styles.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of a case of everyone was fed up of seeing Roman Reigns. No, it was we were overseeing Roman Reigns. We weren't seeing enough of him. But when he went against Styles, we were like, shit, they were 2 good back-to-back matches.
Yeah.
John Cena then ended up having 2 back-to-back matches.
With Styles as well, yeah.
So, you know, it's not always about the fact that, but there was that match against so-and-so at so-and-so, and that was a good match.
But who,
That's not enough, like.
Yeah.
Like, what we said, the last 4 years he's been main eventing everything, and yet you pulled one match that happened 3-4 months ago.
Yeah, but he only had like 20 matches in 4 years, give or take. Do you know what I mean? I'm not.
I know, yeah, but like
Lesnar needs a good long break.
Lesnar needs to fuck off back to UFC. Sorry, it
does.
I don't.
You're right. Like, look at The Rock. The Rock is still by far the best person on a microphone. Yet we don't want to see The Rock coming back taking the fucking title and then pissing off to do a movie. And we'd all be bitching about it if he was. We don't want to see The Rock come back and get in the ring. You've gone past the day of wanting to see Stone Cold to lace up the boots one more time. You know, even me as the biggest Undertaker fan on the fucking planet is at the stage of let it die. For the love of God, let it fucking
stop.
die.
It's not already dead, man.
Yes, we all remember Crown Jewel.
No, we don't.
That was in Ohio.
Crown Jewel from Ohio.
But for the pay,
oh wait, no.
The pay to do that match,
wait,
that
Crown
was
Jewel,
awful.
Was the Crown Jewel? Crown Jewel was on the end of the year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was Milwaukee. Sorry.
So it'd be like you go to say Saudi Arabia, but it'd be like dubbed down to say Milwaukee or something like that.
That was in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
The match with the four of them was absolutely awful.
Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement for a hefty chunk of change, I'd say.
And no hair.
No hair.
That tarnished his.
I don't want to. Can we not talk about it? Because we'll be kind of touching on it because we'll have it for the next 10 fucking years.
Yeah. It's
and know what the sickening thing is?
But they done that, right? And everyone was kind of like, oh my god, Survival Series is going to be a rematch. And then...
No rematch.
You know, when's the rematch? Next year's Crown Jewel? Or this year's Crown Jewel?
Probably.
Is that what they've done now? Like, oh, we'll bring back...
Just them. So that's it.
So the main event of Crown Jewel this year has potentially be Austin versus Rock.
It wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't actually. Do you know what? It actually wouldn't surprise me if they got Austin and Rock back. For it.
It wouldn't.
No.
And this sounds cruel, and I'm going to say it even though it sounds cruel.
Come on.
But we're probably, to a certain extent... I know this is controversial before I even say it. We're probably, to a certain extent, lucky that the Ultimate Warrior and the Macho Man and them are dead, because otherwise we probably would have Hogan Macho Man matches line up for these pay-per-views.
God, I'd never really thought of that.
You know they would have looked for it.
Oh yeah. But apparently that's what the Sheiks wanted.
Yeah.
They wanted, what was it, Warrior?
And Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross.
Jerry Lawler, Ross, and Yokozuna. Apparently was another one they wanted for the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Did anybody inform from Yokozuna's dead?
Well, Warrior and Yoko are dead. So. No, there was someone else. I can't remember, but it was like Warrior or Yokozuna.
I remember Yokozuna been mentioned.
Yeah. And we're like, anyway, are we going to close the book on this? And
yeah, close it, shut it.
Alright. Is that it then? We'll just quickly zip through the...
After the 9-hour show.
Well, it's a bumper issue because we haven't been really around. It wasn't you, it was us. We're just going through some things.
I was in hospital. When the Royal Rumble was supposed to be reviewed.
I was looking at Mandy Rose's Instagram page. I just got out today.
and just so you're aware, I'm going home tonight. There may be a bumper issue in like May sometime.
So we've done our predictions for the Rumble and the Chamber. So we're going to quickly zip through this, right?
Oh yeah.
So this
was the Rumble.
This was the Rumble. I came out on top because I am fantastic like that.
Except for the Elimination Chamber.
I don't talk about the Elimination Chamber.
You
don't
talk about the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, so the Rumble, I can't remember, what was it? Like, I think, so just to quickly explain, right, so CS is the correct wrestler that you picked. So if you got the wrestler right, that's that section.
Right. The P is perfect score. You got everything right there.
Yeah. And then the OP is the overall points, and then the 3, 2, and 1. So.
Jesus, thank God, one of them wasn't CP.
Oh God,
that was close, lad.
So that was the Rumble. That was actually close. That was like even the Chamber was close as well. It's actually kind of like the title in England. It's very close. So yeah, I think the main ones, like I had Buddy Murphy in the Rumble. That was the perfect pick. One of my ones. I don't think anyone didn't do great on the Rumbles, but anyway, so we'll move from that to the Chamber, and if we can get it up there, yeah, there we go, and so we played 2. Mr. FMC won this one, and let's just. So I don't think there's not much more to be said. Professor came second, and I had a shit elimination.
No, there is more to be said. I nearly got a clean sweep only for that fucker Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin. Yeah.
Just fuck off back to Derry.
Yeah, you had... Actually, it was very close. Like, you both had 3 perfect picks.
It was close between me and David.
Yeah, there's only 3 points between the two of you. And then I was a point behind
I'll beat you at Mania.
Beat you at Mania. So, as it stands...
It's only a 2-hour race here. Marcus good.
Mark is in second.
Mark is in second. Yeah, thank you. Mark is in second if we go to the overall after our first 2. So FMC is on top, but there's basically a point in it between all of us. I'm 4, you're 3.
Yeah.
It's anybody's ball game.
It is actually, with 2 more pay-per-views to go.
I just gotta let my choices wise for Mania.
That's it. Well, you have Fastlane as well.
I'll be making my choices wise for Fastlane.
Yeah.
I get a lead.
So, like, we're both level on the overall points. I have more perfect picks than you, though. Because I got a nice few from the Rumble.
Oh, right.
The correct wrestlers, I think, are pretty much all the same. Jack is a point behind in that. So, tightly poised, as they say.
It's all to play for.
All to play for. So... So I suppose you're technically Man City, I'm Liverpool in his first.
Oh,
he's going to bottle it on WrestleMania. Jesus.
I've been Man City. I at least have the billionaires behind me. So,
I wish I had the billionaires behind me.
I can feel a big win coming at me.
You never know, right? But yeah. So all those are up on all the socials. So yeah, I think that's it. Are we done with this bumper issue then?
7 hours of a bumper issue.
Oh God, I think it's time to go home.
Yay!
So
I suppose we have to do the usual credentials.
Yeah. So if you're watching this, congratulations, you made it to the end. So well done, you.
And you found us on YouTube.
Yay!
Since the disaster, sure. We never actually mentioned the. I know you mentioned it in a quick segment of fixing up by putting something on YouTube, but yeah, we had a fucking disaster. It went terribly wrong. We had multiple recordings of ourselves and all in one audio file. So.
I pray to God that this actually works.
So when this goes to edit and there is an echo.
If you hear about murders in the South Tip area, it's us. Just fine.
If there's echo when this goes to edit,
we're just putting it up and tough shit on the rest of you. Right? So yeah, this has been our bumper issue of January and February of our totally new and original show, Bring It to the Shed. Yeah. Shut up, yo. We hope you enjoyed. If you're watching on YouTube, there's likes and all our info will be on the comment section below. Yeah. If you want to do that cool pointy thing down there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we must put in the Mandy Rose Instagram link as well.
We must start adding stuff for up here for when we're finished. You can click us on Facebook here and.
So yeah, we're on. There'll be an audio recording of this.
We should be on SoundCloud and Spotify,
iTunes. Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, basically anywhere where you can get podcasts. We're on YouTube. We kind of on Twitch, I guess. I'd have to actually start putting up stuff on Twitch and Dailymotion if that's the way you want to go. Boom. If you like what you saw and like to, give us a few dollars, we're on PayPal and we're on Patreon. And I think that's it. You happy with that? Is the book closed on this episode?
It's closed.
Alright, let's go home. I've been Mark the Big Old Sullivan. He's been Mr. FMC.
We'll catch you again.
You find it the wrong way.
Oh God, he's been Mr. FMC.
Groovy like a drive-in movie.
He's been the Professor of Wrestling.
We'll catch you again.
Do you want to catch you down the road line? You can have it if you want. Try it out.
We'll catch you down the road.
I don't know what I'm gonna say for mine. Slán a bhaile.